Does that say stream? Okay.
Start streaming.
Yay!
Now it says stop streaming, technically.
Well, yeah, technically it says stop streaming now, but we don't want to because our stream health is green, and you can call us. And go ahead, Steve, for an audio check. Sing the number.
You can reach us at extension 01-189-999-9119-725-3.
So, yes, that actually works. If you call our main office number, oops, I dropped things, the 313-299-1503, and then dial extension, I'm not having them sing it a second time, but I did leave it as the title of Vlog Thursday 82 here. And we have my wife here. She's normally out selling loans for, this is a
mortgages,
pen.
not
Mortgages. She's not a loan
What's the
shark.
difference?
There's a big difference between mortgages and loans.
Wow, this became interesting.
Is one just having equity in an item? Is that really the difference?
One involves real estate, and a loan can cover anything. Auto loan, personal loan.
Auto loan, personal loan. She is a...
Well, wait, can you mortgage things that aren't houses? Yeah.
No.
No.
Like-
You can only mortgage a house.
You can only mortgage
Children?
a house. At least I know that much.
You can only mortgage a house. Anyway, I'm a refinance banker.
But I could use a loan to buy a house. Is that then a mortgage still, or like are they
No.
all loans to buy a house? Like if I go to
No.
a loan shark and
No.
get $50 and buy a house,
No,
is
mortgages
that technically
are
a
mortgages.
mortgage?
No, mortgages are federally regulated.
Yeah.
I had to go through
It-
licensing
It's
federally and
It's not
for all
like
the
the buy
different
here,
states.
pay here car
No,
lots.
no, no. I'm licensed in 15 states right now.
My
Don't
wife
ask me
is
to tell.
licensed in 15 states to sell you a
Can you
mortgage
sell
for
houses on
rocket
that buy here,
mortgage.
pay here plan?
I don't sell houses. I used to sell houses.
She used to
Now
sell
I
houses.
sell mortgages.
She sells
How do you buy
financial-
here, pay here if it's a
Opportunities.
house?
What?
How do you buy here, pay here if it's a house?
Well, you go to the house store.
Is the office like the house that you're in?
Yeah.
I think that's an apartment.
This will go on long. We're gonna kibosh this particular talk.
We'll get back to it.
We'll get back to it. My wife will then have a class trying to teach my staff what loans are and mortgages are.
And she's just gonna get angry at me the whole time.
She's gonna get
And
really
that's going to be
mad.
different than any other day. Why?
I don't know.
Oh man. So she actually has a day off, and I have a
Well,
pen.
I'm day off sick. I have a sore throat today.
She has a sore
And I
throat.
talk on the phone all day, so it wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, it wasn't a good idea to go near it. So
You sound fine.
So, like, are you sick?
I know, right? I sound attractive.
yeah.
Little hoarse, but other than
But
that.
we were talking about tchotchkes, and this is one of them. This is the pens they have, and
I don't understand the word you used.
Tchotchke.
tchotchke. That's
Knickknacks.
Like the guy
Knickknacks.
from
Yeah,
Happy Days?
The guy that Joni loves.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's
Well,
Chachi.
That's Chachi.
He's
And
a
he is
Chachi.
unrelated to these. So a couple of them. One of our clients, professionalmovers.com, has these business cards. And so this looks like a business card, and then it folds. I know I'm not going to walk all the way to the camera for this, but it folds into a box. And we were just talking about novel and neat things. Steve's got to play with them now.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. So it's kind of neat the way that works. It's
Voted best moving service 2011, 2013, 2014, and 2015. 2012 was an off year.
They were moving that year.
Yeah.
That's when they moved to a new building. So, yeah, so we were just talking about some of the different novel and marketing things. It's something we're working on, and I've been saying it for a little while, but I got the account set up at least, is selling some shirts and things like that. We're going to put together some funny tech shirts and things like that, so you can actually buy them through our channel. And, one more little thing. But we're always tough besides shirts. We're trying to figure out, like, what do we give away? I got to admit, this rocket thing is pretty cool. I like it.
So are you going to give away that pen to
I'm going to give
somebody?
away
He's
this
not giving away my
pen
pen.
to one lucky
He already
customer.
stole my
Like,
pen.
just swag from other companies.
That's not for me. That's the other phone.
Oh, you're
Bye,
actually,
Kyle.
Yeah, we still
people
work.
actually
Kyle's
work
here.
here?
I know some people actually have to work. This is usually our slow time when the phone doesn't ring as much. So this Vlog Thursday, we didn't have any specific topics. We've just been doing more cleanup work for more clients. We're going to be posting some before and after pictures for disaster IT cleanup. It's become one project after another. Now the good news is, the way we started that project was, look guys, I see the mess you have here. I can't clean up this mess unless there's a budget to clean up the mess. And they have stuck with it, and we keep proposing new things, and they keep approving them. We're not overcharging them. We're just like, this is old, this is broken,
This was put in wrong.
this was put in wrong.
That was put in wrong.
You have a Quiznos server. So we're now calling compact servers Quiznos servers.
Yep.
Because we had to do some interpretation today. Customer called and didn't bring the laptop in, but they had a laptop and they needed a power adapter. We want to know what kind of power adapter. It turned out it was a Quiznos.
I got one of those Quiznos laptops.
They have a Quiznos laptop. I'm like, Quiznos doesn't make laptops. They make sandwiches and they have a pepper bar.
And went out of business.
And they went out of business.
They're out of business?
Yeah, Quiznos went out of business. I think so. There ain't no more around here. I think they're all closed.
Are you sure?
She's Googling it.
Yeah,
Googling.
she's gonna Google it.
'Cause I'm curious now.
The pepper bar was not enough to keep him in business. But then after a few Q&A sessions, determined that he had a compact laptop. And by the way, compact was consumed by HP many, many years ago. So if you have anything with the compact...
Before time.
In the before time. If you have anything with the compact logo on it, you should probably retire it. So it's definitely that old. And the servers that we're replacing for the client, the firewall server, good news they run pfSense, but we found that one of the locations is running it on a, what is that thing from, like 2006? It still works.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm impressed. It still works, but the firewall has arrived, and tomorrow morning we replace that one.
They still have them all over.
Really?
Not near us, but
Just all the
they're
Quiznos
still-
by us closed. I have been
see?
corrected by my wife. I'll admit when she's right. And when
You're right.
when she's got Google and she's Googled it, she can be right. Cabling and wiring has been, we did a few videos on X. I know there's a lot of confusion, and now Steve has something to play with on the table here. Right?
Sure.
Yeah, he's got a Halo. So there is going to be more cabling and wiring videos up and coming. It's summer, so we got time to, I lost your card, do more of those videos. So that's definitely up and coming. That is why I have all these cables cut up, because I started to do another video and then something caught fire on, in a proverbial term, customer stuff. So that's what interrupts some of my videos. You know, you get going, I wanted to do a real close-up with a macro lens for different cable types, and then was like, oh no, this broke, and then that broke, and then someone turned something off. And sometimes you just want to ask, why would you do that? But I think we're kind of over asking
do that.
customers why they do things.
Yeah, I don't ask anymore.
We just go and fix it. We're like, we're not sure why you unplugged any of the things that you did. We're just
Who
going
did this? Don't do that.
Yeah, whoever did it, just tell them not to do it again, and here's your bill for fixing it.
Wish I could bill you for all the things you shouldn't be doing again.
So, oh yeah, bill me for all the things I shouldn't be doing.
Mm-hmm.
But, anyways, the marketing stuff and all those fun things are all kinds of decisions we need to be making too. So, I'm gonna get this out of my hand because I'm gonna get distracted. You want to see? You can type and see if there's anybody that needs replies. Feel free to reply.
Okay.
Yeah. So hand over the laptop to the wife. So cables, marketing, all these things. I'm actually going to be having, probably starting next week, my friend Brett is going to be on the channel, and we're going to be talking about some business stuff because he does business consulting and coaching and fun things. Well, because those aren't fun things at all. I'd rather just be a technician sometimes, but this is a business, and there's business decisions that have to be made.
And I'm clearly not fit to make them.
Yeah, he fixes them. I'm really not qualified either. I can run the technical side. I'm not so good at the marketing side. I can turn a camera on, hit record, and people seem to watch me, but that's not exactly the same as marketing.
People from Sweden.
Yeah, say hi, hello from Sweden. How do you say hello in Swedish?
Do I look Swedish to you?
I don't know. So that's we're gonna do a series on some of that, and I did our bidding video to kind of show process, procedure for how the bidding is done. And that's an important aspect of the business steps. And that's a process we have clear. What we have a less clear is how we do clients, how we acquire clients. It's kind of just been a spaghetti shotgun approach of just going to places. And Brett does a more organized, just throw it at the wall, see what returns on all that. And IT is a really tricky business to market. Brett's going to help me with some of that, and we're actually going to do a series of videos on it. And he offers services. This is what he does. He does professional development services for business. So it's going to be kind of interesting. And we're going to, like, the actual interactions and conversations me and Brett are going to have, we're going to have on camera so we can share some of the insights and struggles that we have here at the business with you, and so you can learn as I'm learning too, because I may have been in business for 15 years, but it's actually funny, I did not understand anything about business consultants 15 years ago. I knew everything. 15 years running a business, business consultants starting to make a little bit more sense to me about things that I don't know how to do. Yeah, so yeah, Steve, it's one of those things where like
we've outlasted all the competition around here.
We've outlasted the competition.
So, I answered one question. They asked if we use Facebook for marketing. I said yes.
Yes.
Denmark signing in. Marvin. Somebody asked about Marvin.
There will be an updated video about Marvin. Marvin's no longer with us. There'll be a video.
He's not dead.
Man,
he's not like dead or anything.
No, he didn't die.
He's moved on.
He's moved on.
That still sounds like he died.
Oh. He didn't die.
He took another position.
As of last time, he is in a different position now. We will address that, and maybe we'll have Marvin come in and address that too. And it's not anything bad. Sure, we'll spoiler here because not everyone that comes back and watches all the Vlog Thursdays. Marvin went to work for the Chamber of Commerce, and it's a mutual. Marvin wanted to work there, and I was fine with Marvin working there, so that's the adventure he has gone and pursued. And that's also part of the biz dev thing of me consulting and talking to Brett and taking this company in different directions. There are business decisions that I get a little stuck on. Do we merge? Do we do this? I've had offers, and I didn't want to take any of those offers, which actually that was the conversation I had the other day. Hey, thank you for sending us money.
Okay, somebody asked if you were... Oop, you don't have a touch screen, sorry. I'm used to my touch screen. Somebody asked if you ever work with OpenStack.
I have not done any work specifically with OpenStack. Outside the realm of what I do. Maybe sometime I will. Mostly we just do some virtualization because that's what we're doing for a lot of our clients. We don't really build out a lot of cloud infrastructure. Thank you very much for sending money to us.
Video on Orchestra Full Community Edition.
I have done videos on it. So I don't know there's like 3 videos I did. As a matter of fact, besides their own website coming up, if you even search for Zen Orchestra, 2 of my videos pop up in the Google search results now. At least they did the other day when I checked. So I guess I need to know which one to do. You can dial that number. That's why this phone's here. That number works for those of you typing it out there. 313-299-1503, and if you can dial all that number, Steve will talk to you.
I will. I don't know that it'll help you in any way, but I'll gladly talk to you.
You really have to dial that extension?
Yes,
yeah.
That is the real extension.
Tom said set up the phone, but never gave me any direction.
This is the problem Tom has. This is an honest business problem.
One of the problems.
One of the problems Tom has.
You hired somebody who's insane.
Well, yeah, I hear a lot of the technical people are easy to hire, but I don't always give clear direction. I will admit that this is something I need to work on as a business owner. This makes it very difficult for people to do marketing for me, right? She knows.
Marketing, try being married to you.
Yeah, or being
I've
married.
done both.
She's done both. She's done marketing and married me. And because of this, this is where there's some business challenges going on. I just said set up the phone, and predictably, Steve made it some crazy long extension because that's in his head.
I wanted to see if I could. And
once,
it did.
And it did, so now it is.
Yes.
So for this Vlog Thursday, that's the extension. It won't be for all of them.
What a lovely what? For Steve.
What?
Oh, I don't know that word. Tenbeta? Tentabata?
when Moss went on the countdown show.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, it already is a word.
It already is a word.
And then they did street countdown, which is like normal countdown, but in the street.
Yes. Okay. That's what I... See...
Steve watches a lot of TV.
Steve has committed a massive amount of TV to memory.
Yes.
Like pretty much all the lines from IT Crowd every season. He has watched it many, many times.
Somebody wants to know, what are y'all top 3 RMM tool for new and startup MSPs? MSPs, yeah.
SolarWinds.
So we use SolarWinds for everything. So was that the question?
All the things.
Your top 3.
We only got one.
Hold on, we gotta ban this person. Where's the mouse?
Oh.
It's easier to do with the mouse. You click on them and ban them. So hold on, we got people that need to be banned. So we go here.
Ban hammer.
Ban hammer. Hide user on this channel.
Was that the person who asked about the
There we go.
RMMs?
They were gone.
No.
No.
Oh, that's okay.
So
No, they're all the way up here. This one.
what's the question?
Top 3 RMM tool.
Top 3 RMM tool for
Are you asking
new
for like
startups?
the third best one or the top 3
Yeah,
available?
do you want the third best one?
Just use the best one.
Just use
That
the
makes
best one.
sense.
Now I have there's a few different MSP software tools out there, and once you get to be a larger MSP, for startups, everyone seems to go with either Komodo or Ninja. Those are like your 2 popular ones for the one-man show that's just getting started. Because the problem, I guess, and I don't know this, we've been using SolarWinds for a long. I don't know what their pricing model is now, but there's a minimum monthly payout to them. So that minimum monthly payout sometimes is prohibitive for people to use, but there comes a point when you have to decide, are you going to be a big guy? Because what people do, and I don't know if they fix this, I've not sat down and compared each tool. It's just too damn hard to do. We have,
Some of them come and go.
well, some of the companies come and go. We have, so many hundreds of workstations on SolarWinds, so we can't go, hey, let's just switch everything over to try a completely MSP platform.
No.
The labor involved in switching everything over, and if we decide we don't like it, switching everything back and learning a new platform makes it really hard to do direct comparisons. So I can share you my insights with SolarWinds and what we like about it, and I've done several videos on it. Just search SolarWinds, and we cover it. Someone,
Hello, Krusty Krab.
what?
Oh, look at that.
Next time hit the speakerphone.
Oh, I don't know. We don't know what they're
What?
say.
It's all right. Someone called, but they hung up. Call again.
Try again.
So
I bet you the
Last
Krusty
I checked
Krab threw
SolarWinds,
'em.
it was $50 plus each station per month.
yeah. So SolarWinds RMM. That's what we use. That's what we're on. We're not using an Enable platform. So
Use the backup manager too.
yeah, we use their backup
Pretty
management.
solid.
The backup stuff works good.
Yeah, it
We've
does.
done several restores with it. I've done video reviews of that software. It's great. It's one of those things too, because people, I get phone calls from other backup companies. I'm like, you don't integrate with SolarWinds. Your pricing isn't better than SolarWinds. SolarWinds integrates because it's a SolarWinds product integrated with SolarWinds. Why would I switch? We still, for those one-offs and things that aren't under a managed contract, we use Cloudberry. People have asked about that. Cloudberry is a great tool. We're happy with it. I've got a video review on the Cloudberry software as well, and some interviews I've done with the developers at Cloudberry. So definitely good stuff there.
We have a few clients who we've
Is
turned
your
on to
number toll
iDrive.
free?
What's that?
Is your number toll free?
No, not toll free. I don't have a toll free number. We're in the U.S. and I don't think that matters anymore, does it? I know for
Not
outside
so much
the
on cell phones.
No, not
well,
on
I don't
cell
know
phones.
if you're calling from the UK.
yeah.
But I know on cell phones it's
And and most people are, no one, even like if you switch to Comcast for your phone service, even like the basic stuff, they don't charge anything per
yeah,
minute.
area codes have since went away pretty much.
Yeah, so it's not toll free.
As long as you're not calling a 900 number.
Do those exist?
Those are
anymore?
not toll free.
Those are not toll free.
How
Dude,
would
I
you know?
remember calling, like, my cousin getting in trouble as a kid, calling the Nintendo Power Hotline
Yeah.
for like 20 minutes, and it's like $1.50 a minute. Like,
Look, you can tell we're nerds because our 900 lines were gaming hotlines
Yeah.
for tips.
I was expecting that to go somewhere else.
nope. Nope. We talked to them about Super Metroid for like 25 minutes, and
Alright, do you prefer self-signed certificates for internal systems, or did you splurge for a wildcard CA
No.
cert? on a
Self-signed.
postal?
Self-signed are the way to go internally. I just don't see the need to have third party. Matter of fact, you could argue this, that if I were to get some type of certificate, then you would actually lessen the security because there's a third party signer involved versus self-signed certificates. Much like the name implies, I'm the only one who signed it. But yeah, I've had a few people ask me because they're like, oh, can't you just put like Let's Encrypt on PFSense and stuff like that? And I'm like, yeah. But I am interested in how, and I haven't really dug into this, and I just got to sit down and talk with Phil because he's an expert on it. Let's Encrypt offers the wildcard system. Now, if we could wildcard our domain with Let's Encrypt, now that gets pretty cool. I just don't know the process by which they share the keys across for the wildcard, but That would be something cool I'd like to set up at some point, because then I think I'd do it. I won't pay for a wildcard for my domain. There's just not much point in it. Not for what we do. Yeah, because
somebody asking if Unify nano beams are encrypted.
yes.
Data going over them.
Yep. Yeah, as far as I know, the default is encrypted, right?
Yeah, you have to set up like it's secure and everything.
Yeah, they're secure, encrypted. They're using the WPA encryption, so
Yeah.
think about that. With the recent pre-shared key problems with authentication, you may want to make sure you're using a high entropy password.
Yes.
That latest crack
At the
on
same time, though, it's they're also a little hard to get into because they broadcast on a strange frequency,
yes,
so they're not visible to most devices. And you can hide them and just lock them to AP so that only they talk to each other.
yeah, and it's one of the things we do when we set them up, because we're planned to be the ones always administering them.
Yeah.
Strong password, never default, and high entropy, random gibberish for the WPA, PSK.
Because you only ever said it once.
You only have to set it once, so we copy and paste it
Yeah.
into both of them, and then to top that off, we lock the AP to the MAC address,
Yep.
which means it won't jump to another one with a different MAC address. So we do our due diligence to make sure those are secure,
You can hide the SSID.
and we
which
hide
you
the
do.
SSID
Yep.
because there's no point in having a
Once
broadcast.
they're locked, yeah, you don't need it visible, and it just all goes.
Yep. So they're not hard to secure. Any of my videos on how I set them up, all the setups were done securely. You would have to work at doing everything insecurely. So not that you couldn't do it. It's just not the way I've done any tutorials. I always talk about putting random gibberish passwords in. So yeah, they always lock too. Exactly. Launch systems, that's all Let's Encrypt. Matter of fact, that's why I said we don't do the wildcard, but if you look, we have different subdomains you may or may not be able to find and hunt down, but they're all on different Let's Encrypt servers. They're all different servers, they all get Let's Encrypt. So wildcard would be kind of cool, but not that big of a deal for us. So everything, launchsystems.com is Let's Encrypt. Our remote support is connected to launchsystems.com. That's under Let's Encrypt. Our invoices go out via Let's Encrypt. So everything is Let's Encrypt certs. But because Let's Encrypt auto-renews, it's free and it's easy. CertBot is really nice. It's not really a big deal. I just load CertBot on there. They send it in different monies.
Yeah, I know, but it's for an upcoming
It's for a barbecue.
Woo! Thank you.
Wait,
They know us.
us to
They
get
know
a
us.
barbecue?
They said spend the money on barbecue.
Yeah.
To get barbecue or a barbecue?
No. I think like
For
to eat barbecue
for
food,
an
like
upcoming barbecue.
for an
What kind of
upcoming
money was
barbecue
it?
party.
It's $10 in foreign money. I don't know
Euro.
what. Is that euro?
I
What's
think
it look like?
It's a euro.
Oh, it's a
Okay,
euro.
Thank you,
Okay.
Kyle.
Yeah.
For knowing what a euro is.
America. I don't
That's
know
more.
what
That's like. Oh wait, it does the conversion for us, or did he send 10 euros?
They sent 10 euros.
No, it shows
doesn't-
euros.
it
That's more
doesn't-
than $10.
I know.
I do believe.
Yeah, I know. The euros do it.
I think they're doing better than us.
Yes.
Usually.
Thank you.
So thank you very much for that.
Google that.
Yeah, sure, I
You can
could.
Google the conversion rate, but we're not going to right now.
Why
So,
not?
I'd like to be
anyways,
surprised.
I want some Zimbabwe dollar. Like I want the old Zimbabwe dollars. So you can get like
Like
100
all of
trillion
them. Mhm.
100
It's like rice when
trillion
you
of
really
them.
want 2,000 or something.
Yes.
Have you used
Someone's
Unread?
gonna go hunt down Tom's subdomains. How have you guys not done this yet? Smokies in downtown Detroit? Sure. Who's Charles? How does he know us? How does he know us? Do we have some local people here?
I
No.
can't see.
Okay. No. You,
I know
You could probably watch it on your
This
phone.
I see someone's confused
Turn the
already.
chat
Maybe
on.
I should do a video on Let's Encrypt. Let's Encrypt. Someone asked about the cipher. You are making a common mistake. Don't feel bad. The certs used are certification signing, not ciphers. Those are two different pieces. So Let's Encrypt. You can go buy an expensive cert, an expensive wildcard EV cert for your domain, extended validation cert. That has nothing to do with the security. Extended validation just means they validated you as a company to verify who you are, but it actually has nothing to do with the actual the encryption layers or the ciphers that are used. That's controlled at the web server level without regard to what the actual certification is or who you got the cert from. So a Let's Encrypt cert is absolutely in terms of cryptographic quality the same as even an EV cert. All the thing the EV cert does is verify the business versus Let's Encrypt. There's no verification. I just say, here's certbot, they verify my IP address, and I get a cert. The good bad about that is some of the bad guys have set up faulty websites, but they get to have the secure lock on them. That's a nuisance, but not, you should be careful what websites you go to anyways.
Please do your Let's Encrypt for Windows too.
Oh, sorry, I don't think it works on Windows. It doesn't work. It's a hack.
That's actually why one of the earlier comments, I don't know if it was the same user, said, I wish Let's Encrypt handled Windows better.
There's ways to do it. I don't know if it's even worth me doing a video on, because part of the problem is as certbot evolves, the hack that you came up with to make it work also has to be updated as well.
I was just asking about the signing type.
Yeah, SSL is separate. I was just asking about the signing type. Yeah, it's perfectly legit. They use the best ciphers. Their stuff is top notch. So that you can very much do. I will get Phil on, and we'll just do a video on Let's Encrypt. Phil is an expert on Let's Encrypt, so that will be exciting. I like that idea. Who's interested in copying websites? Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, what else was I talking about? Business decisions.
You're always talking.
I'm always talking. So the business decision we have to make, and this is where
Good job.
I know.
this is where we kind of always cite. So we're in an area that we don't have a lot of large companies that we can go after. So the business decision really comes down to, we do well with the companies that are here. Do we expand to another area that's far away? Geography plays a really big role in this because everything's so damn hard to get to. Like, how long does it take to go anywhere in Oakland County? It's like a 45-minute, hour drive, and you're only going like 30 miles.
And the other problem is once you're out there, if you're there during rush hour, it's about
A 2-hour drive back.
5-10 minutes to cover 1 mile.
Yeah, it is just awful. My wife used to work out there too, and it's just like, where we're at downriver, you can get around okay. The traffic's not too bad. Once you go to the other areas, now the good news is those other areas have a lot of money. There's a lot going on there,
There's
but
a reason nobody in downtown Detroit owns a car, and they all kind of
yeah,
Walk? Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
walks in Detroit for the same reason. There's nowhere to park.
walk, bike.
There's a couple of reasons nobody in downtown Detroit owns a car.
Well, he has a few reasons.
You're thinking of Southwest Detroit.
Yeah, that's Southwest Detroit's a whole other issue.
Where I work is fine.
Where she works is fine.
Well, if you just don't leave them overnight. There was
Yeah.
like a series of cars that got the window smashed.
But this
out
is where the
when they left them
business
overnight.
ideas go. So the YouTube thing's going well, and as you know, I have a trailer at the end of our videos, and they say things like, "Hey, hire us for a project," and things like that. And people have been, and this has been great. And we've been enjoying this, and we like the work we're doing. And it's
I love
ramping up.
working with other IT people.
Working with other IT people's been a lot of fun. We like that. So do we focus more on that? Or do we focus on the local jobs and expanding more of that? Or can we do both? And these are some of those balancing acts. And we're going to be doing some videos on like how I think about the business and how we kind of pursue that. We also have another technician starting sooner or later.
Sooner or later.
Intern Eric, actually. You've seen him in a video.
Intern Eric, yeah, he's been in a video before. So we're going to figure out when that's going to happen. Because it's funny, we're not even advertising anymore on Facebook. We used to use a lot of it. We cut it all back because it's kind of like a regroup and re-strategize. So I actually turned off all my Facebook ads, all my Google ads. We haven't run any in a while.
How long?
6 months now, almost. I think we quit. We quit them in January. So
We've been more busy this summer than like the last. Well, last summer we just moved. I chalked it up to that.
yeah, last summer we moved. But so yeah, that's. Some of those thinking out and planning out decisions on there. Like I said, I want to give a lot of insight into how we do things and very much openly share all of that information.
Nobody's called you. I think you made the number too difficult.
Yeah. Steve,
Just throwing that
you
out
made
there.
the number too difficult. Someone rang it once. Someone rang it once. So apparently the number is too difficult to dial. So next time we do a live call-in show, I
To
will
be
not
fair,
let Steve pick the extension.
I wouldn't want to talk
Probably.
to Steve either.
There is the option that they may not want to talk to Steve.
Yeah.
That could be
Talk
what's
to
going
a
on.
crazy guy.
Talk to a crazy guy.
You can
I
just
only
call your
came in
uncle
because
for
I
that.
expected you to take
What?
me out to dinner after,
Oh,
right?
I already ate.
Yeah, you can take me out to dinner.
Oh.
Can I go?
What are the various ad platforms you ran, and what platforms did the best? Here's a challenge, straight up. When it comes to landing business IT clients, Google Ads is rough. it's expensive and very low return. Facebook, same thing. We haven't found a niche that really gets people there.
Facebook's great for the local people.
Facebook works great for the retail store, but when it comes down to getting clients, honestly, IT is just really challenging. So I had a great meeting, and I'll be talking about it soon. There's a company that does lead generation, and they contacted me. It was a salesy call, but I made it fun, and it turned into a great conversation about YouTube and marketing. And the guy, he actually was very honest and didn't have anything to, so to speak, sell to me. And I'll give you some examples, and he was aware of them, like Robin Robbins. There's one of the people who does the IT sales training. Chris Weiser, I think, does. There's a few different people out there that will teach you how to do IT sales. I know how to do them. And that's why I haven't, because people ask me if I've reviewed any of those type of marketing companies, and I haven't. They will tell you, man, you got to be making 70 to 100 calls a day. You got to send out, 100 LinkedIn connections. You got to just call, smash that phone, dial, call.
You got to sell by wearing them down.
Yes.
And then charging a ton for all your time.
Yeah, and I just don't like it doing that. That's a personal preference, so I know how to do it. Yeah.
Hey, look, phone call.
Sweet.
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Did you expect us to answer any other way?
Maurice, or your team, what's the other guy's name? I forget his name.
Oh, now we're getting 2 calls.
Oh, we didn't plan on this.
We didn't plan it. Someone's
Don't fall back.
There's no plan B.
Code red.
Someone's going to
Just
voicemail.
the conference button, just the conference button.
Oh, we don't
Now
have
there's 3.
Now there's 3.
Well, this is
4. We can't. I don't think it'll let us conference them. We may lose you. We're going to try. Well, now we have more of you. I think it conferenced all of you.
Oh, right.
Are there 2 people on
Wasn't
the...
a good idea, huh? Hello?
Hi.
Is this Lenny?
I think, is it working? That's what we need to know. Oh no, so now we got a bad connection.
It worked
in
to
here.
me.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Now we have more people on here. We can conference.
Yay.
We learned a thing.
Yay.
Ironically, bad connection is my other SSID.
I don't know how well this is going to come into microphone. Next plan is going to be doing this on Zoiper so we can tie it into
Yeah.
OBS. That's going to be the next key. We'll tie this in here. So awesome! Thank you guys for calling us. This I'm glad you called this phone as opposed to the other phone. Oh, we lost one of them.
We still got someone.
We still got one person.
Hello?
Still there? Oh, they dropped.
Did you drop all of them?
No.
No.
I thought this was going to be like ask us a question
I know.
thing. It didn't turn out that way.
Hello?
Are you still there?
Hello?
Okay.
Still here.
Pete.
This is fun.
From the UK.
From the. Did they call from the UK?
No.
Somebody else
Somebody
said
said
hello
hi.
from the UK.
From Manchester.
Netherlands.
Even better.
Wow.
Awesome. We love people from overseas.
Yeah. Well, seeing as you're the only one here, do you have a question?
Can you hear us very well?
Yes, but it's not the same as I see on the screen.
Oh no, there's gonna be a big delay.
Oh, yeah.
That's
How
funny.
did you do that last time?
You just answer it and then hit conference.
There we go.
Now we have more of you again. Yeah, if you're trying to watch this on here, there's a big delay. This is real time. This is about 10 seconds later, maybe?
Maybe even longer.
Maybe
Yeah.
even longer. I know there's a delay from what we do here and what's happening here. So phones are all real time. So did you have a question for us? You just wanted to call to say hello.
Just to say hello.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for calling all the way from the Netherlands. We're excited. We're going to be doing this more often.
Hi.
Maybe even with a better plan around it.
Yeah.
Right now
This
we just
was-
This was about a half hour ago. Hey, should we set up that phone we talked
And then
about?
I wandered off with a phone and came up with a ridiculously long number because I wanted to see if I could do it.
yeah. And we wanted to see if this would work, so it did, and we're happy about it now.
Some people said that they don't have anything to say.
Well,
I
that's
said that you guys get excited just getting the phone calls.
we're excited just to
No,
have phone
they
calls.
were saying
Uh,
they don't need anything to say to
I don't
call
know that I
us.
can conference.
Select. I don't know. I don't know how many you can conference at once.
Apparently these 2. I don't know, man.
Who do we have on the phone now?
There's a
Actually, Joe.
Hey, how's it going, Joe?
30-second delay.
Matt.
So someone said there's a 30-second delay.
Yeah.
Roughly,
Sounded
that
about
sounds
Wait,
about right.
Jojo.
Joe.
Mojo?
No.
No.
Joe who?
Lewis.
No, actually, Joe G in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We
he
thought-
sounds like Joe B, who used to work here. a little
Oh, he
bit.
does. Yeah. You sound like one of the employees that used to work here.
Yeah.
We were like, hey, you're calling from work. Cool.
No, actually, I guess we'll just call that the Joe effect.
There's a couple people named Joe.
That bottle idea is actually pretty solid.
Yeah, no, I like that.
It's working about as well
Take
as
a note
this
in a
is.
bottle and throw it into the sea. Perhaps Tom will find it in about 30 years. If he lives that long.
If I live that long.
I'd send out
He
a
just
couple
got-
though,
He
because it's
just got a
kind of
new motorcycle, so he might not live that long.
I did. And that's a question I wanted to ask for all of you. Actually, well, Joe's on the line here. Joe, did you have any specific questions or you just called to say hi?
I actually did have one, and it's one that you guys do as part of your business model.
Sure.
How do you guys adopt the kind of unified products to, layer 3 adoption? If you have a video for that.
I think we do.
What Unify product specifically?
So this is a US 48 500 watt that is currently not abiding by any sort of adoption.
I noticed with the USGs when playing with
How may I help
them,
you?
with the USG, I had to have the server be on the same network as the USG, at least until I did the updates. Then I could log into a web panel, push an external inform URL, and it would show up in the panel, but this is where it gets weird. Once it shows up in the panel and you hit adopt, you have to push the inform
Watching
URL
myself.
again in the web panel.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, this is actually a US 48, so it's the
Yeah.
Unify switch.
And those generally, we've never had a problem. They adopt like smooth as silk. Any of the stuff, as long as it's on the same local network and the same IP range, they adopt really, really smooth. And we might do some updated videos
you.
because they've actually changed things a little bit in Unify. I've done an older video on how to adopt them. I think I have like a Unify start to finish video that covers that.
I don't think we've ever tried to adopt a switch though without first adopting it here and then delivering it so that it informs back to here.
Oh, you want to know how to adopt it when it's not on the same network?
Yeah, so I actually had originally adopted it on the local network, so on the management network, and when I deployed it, it decided that, oh yeah, I'm just going to give you an error 11.
You probably have a problem with your inform URL.
You have to set the inform URL in your software, and then also tell it to update the inform URL. There's a checkbox for it, I believe,
Yeah.
to update inform URL on the device.
And if you look up this set inform command, you type it twice. You set it, press enter, and you can just Google real quick what the set inform URL is. It's pretty straightforward. And then you up arrow while you're
It's
SSH in.
http:// your IP or DNS :8080/inform.
Yep, /inform. But after you set it, up arrow and do it a second time because that's what commits it to memory and save. I think that's still a requirement.
Gosh, it's the second setting of it that I'm not doing. That might be my...
That's a really ambiguous rule that you have to follow.
Yeah, a lot of people set the inform URL, but then it gets the inform URL, but doesn't always update it on the device unless you have that box checked. So then you deploy it and it says, well, I don't know
And
where
it
my
loses
controller
it.
is.
Yeah, and it gets lost. So
Yeah, because I've actually gone to the asset itself, and while it's deployed, hooked up the console cable, logged into it, said, all right, set the inform. It says, can't resolve, error 11. I'm like,
yeah.
Yep.
We have them all set up so we pre-get them here. So we're gonna conference you in with someone else. Hello, we have another caller. Conference all in.
Hello.
We were just answering a question for Joe. Do we answer your question, Joe? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that actually makes sense, and I might actually try that tomorrow, because this is something where I'm kind of pre-deploying the asset to where we're going to be taking over their network, and so we have another one coming before we move the controller and everything.
Sounds awesome.
Yep.
So I was just trying to get that switch ready and set their VLANs up for their pre-existing network, and gosh darn it, if it wasn't the adoption that killed me.
Awesome. All right. Well, who's the next caller we have?
Me?
Hello, me.
Kentucky.
From Kentucky. You got a question or just a comment or just saying hi?
Yeah, I got a question. Have y'all ever used the Rocket M900 to transmit long distances through wooded area?
That's not a Unify model, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Rocket M.
I've seen them. They make a handful of the air fiber devices.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the air fiber line. No,
Yeah.
we haven't done much with the air fiber.
I would imagine it would work if you go over the trees.
Yeah, the trees are bad with Wi-Fi. I can tell you that from direct experience. Trees and Wi-Fi don't mix well.
Transmitter is brush. I didn't know.
I've just seen trouble with it.
Yeah, it kind of depends how many trees. Like when you say through trees and in Kentucky, I'm picturing like a side of a mountain worth of trees.
Right.
Got something
Well,
from
pretty much.
Barbados.
I'm trying to reach
Oh.
my cabin in the back of the woods.
Yeah. I mean, if you're talking what, like a few hundred yards?
It's roughly about a quarter of a mile.
Okay. I would still try to raise them up if possible. It should go through dense brush, but there are a lot of variables, obviously. I also, like I said, I don't know how tall the trees are if you could put it up on a pole.
They're pretty tall.
Yeah. I guess the easiest option is to just try one.
Alright.
Yeah, we haven't tried putting we know they go through the walls of our building
Yeah.
for, roughly 60, 70 feet. So
We're going to be doing some more Wi-Fi testing videos, and one of the biggest challenges with Wi-Fi is the unpredictable nature of buildings, trees.
Yeah.
When you actually are trying to do a site survey, figuring out what's going to interfere with it, it's kind of the pain in the butt. There's a lot of factors. Whenever there's obstructions, those obstructions can cause havoc.
wasn't there a city in Michigan that put up like all their broadcast Wi-Fi in the winter and fall when there were no leaves on the tree?
Yeah.
And then summer happened.
Yeah,
and
then
like,
summer
none
happened,
of this works.
and it didn't work right. So yeah, it is a big challenge of getting that done.
Yeah, especially, this is Joe again, I do know of one company that used to use the air fibers pretty robustly for pitching around their video cameras for different cities. They used to be able to get them through the trees that were in the city, but nowhere near as dense as like a forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're also, yeah, I would almost try it because at the same time you're talking a device with a range of like 15 kilometers and you're only trying to go a quarter mile. So there is some power to it. It might make it.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Witness PO says.
So answer an emergent or call in. You're on the air.
Oh my God.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
Why would you turn it on and off?
Google with the Google with the internet.
I've heard it breaks the internet. The internet is just a small box, though. You never want to drop it.
Yeah. You put it up in Big Ben because that's where you get the best,
Yes, I
reception.
can hear.
Awesome.
What was that crazy blinking light? So weird.
We're trying to get all the calls.
Yeah, I don't know how to merge a third one.
Yeah, the third call merging. You were gonna have to talk to Chris from Crosstalk Solutions. He's a free PBX expert. That
I think it's a phone limitation.
I know it's a free PBX setting. I
Is it?
bet. I'll find out from Chris.
Well, because when I hit it before, it asked me, it gave me 2 pairs of them, and
I
Well-
believe with the Polycoms and the MyTels, they're limited to 3 calls because it's being done at the handset level,
Okay.
and it's multiplexing with the help of free PBX. Because our provider does use a free PBX backend, even though it's virtually hosted by them. And it is a limitation of the handset mixed with free
Yeah.
PBX. But if you have a conference line built into free PBX, you can do 50, 60, you can do a ton of people into a conference line. But that's a different thing than calling all to the same extension and conferencing them at the handset.
Okay. That's very helpful. We will set up then a conference so everyone can just conference in, and I'm sure that will turn into some level of hell.
Yes.
I love it.
So,
Even with each one of the streams being very low in a bit rate, compressed audio, it does get rather daunting for the PBX server to kind of manage all those connections as well as dealing with multiplying that for each person's computer.
All right, we're gonna start. Thank you very much. We're gonna start. We have one caller who we didn't answer because we know we can only conference two at a time. So we're gonna grab that next person that calls now. But thank you. That's very helpful, and we'll set this up a little different.
When there's more thought in it.
Yeah.
We'll put more than 30 minutes
we'll
of
spend
thought.
more than.
No issues. You guys gave me information I needed. I'm happy to provide information back. I actually need to go anyway to grab my son. So.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Have a
Thanks.
great day.
Before we move on, though, I would like to say there was a question in chat that somebody asked quite a while
Oh,
ago.
what'd they ask?
Somebody asked, so how do you deal with additional equipment or labor which a job may need, however, was not originally greenlit by the customer?
You have to let them know. If scope of project changes because the customer added things, you have to let them know. You just add it to it. And this is, there are times when you screw up. And if you
Yeah.
are the one to screw up, I have eaten a few jobs on that. I
I
completely
always-
omitted something that needed to be in there. It wasn't in the quote. So I simply ate some crow and put in like, a $50 part that was not whatever it was. I've had times when the job came close to not really making money because I just forgot something. I mean, after 15 years in business, you get better at that. But I tell you what, over the years, occasionally, you don't have someone double check it. Matter of fact, Corey is grabbing some water over there, and because this is also our kitchen. And he actually just finished a large camera job, and before we actually send it to the client, I'm going to review, especially because it's so large, that there could be anything on there. And we just have someone double check things. It's definitely worth doing.
Or bid high. That way, even when it comes out, oops, I didn't do it. There we go.
There we go.
Bid high, and then when everything works out and you come in under budget, the client's still happy.
Yeah, that helps too. Definitely, that definitely helps. So who do we have on the line now?
Hi, my name's Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Quick question for you. I'm trying to set something up at home here, and I was curious if you can use PSense to both use traffic shaping on the LAN and on the WAN side.
Yes. It'll traffic shape on both. Every interface is, as long as it's supported by the cards, which as long as you have a standard Intel card, or if you're using a genuine PFSense NetGate device, you can traffic shape on every port.
Okay, thank you, because I'm running a LAN center, and I'm curious to know how you can do that. PSense is like the best option for it, so thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, you can, even if you have like additional, and this is common if you have like a DMZ or a separate network that, because it manages like, your whole server farm on a couple different ports, you can then set your different traffic shaping rules between them. Where it gets a little tricky is if you have to, like you want traffic shaping rules for your WAN, but then you want your computers connecting through the PFSense not to be ruled, you can get really tricky. But that's what PFSense is cool because it has so many options for doing that.
And that's why you use a unified switch to manage your VLANs and separate everything.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's
Perfect.
common deployment we have. It works wonderful.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, no
No
problem.
problem.
Thanks.
Yep, bye.
Works 60% of the time, every time.
60% of the time, every time. No. Now, the Unify PFSense combo is a wonderful.
Amazing.
It's stuff that works. But PFSense works with other ones. We've got PFSense working with other switches and everything else. It's not like it.
It's just the other switches are harder to set up. PFSense is
PFSense.
streamlined.
We're really used to using it. I'm going to do a video because we had something I thought about, and I said, I never did a video on this. More than one OpenVPN service running on PFSense. That was what I was setting up, and while I was late for Vlog Thursday because Tom forgot how to subnet, Steve helped me.
I like numbers.
He likes numbers. Look, it's not my fault someone stuck the firewall in the middle of the LAN, and then Tom...
That hurts my OSD.
His OSD's broken now.
OCD.
Close
Whatever.
enough.
Letters are hard.
Letters are hard. Their order matters.
They put the firewall
In the middle of the network
yes,
range of
like
IPs.
right in the middle.
Right dead center. We're like, why did they do
So
this?
they used a /23 and then made it.
But you can run on PFSense multiple OpenVPN sessions, and it handles them really nicely. It's something I never did a video on, but it's not often you need to do that. But they have a site-to-site VPN already established for their existing sites, and we're not going to rewrite all that. So they also wanted a user VPN, so we just went and created another open VPN on another port, and now the user authentication VPN works
Because
for
you
those
should
users.
never open RDP to the world.
What program do you use?
What?
So I've been avoiding it. So I was going to sign up for, and this made me mad, for affiliate linking. We're not doing it right now. I know there's a lot of money in it, but here's what's kind of weird. The one that the Linux Foundation uses, and I'm going to be reaching out to my salesperson there that I talked to, the company that they want you to go through, blocked by PF Blocker. Matter of fact, everything about it is blocked by every ad blocker out there because it's just basically a clickbaity looking company. So we really haven't done much when it comes to affiliate linking with lots of different sites. But some of them that we have worked with is direct affiliate linking by having an affiliate link with different companies. So we're in the partner program for IX Systems. We have an Amazon influencer store. Google how to get the Amazon influencer store. It's vague. How you get it is magical. There's not even clear rules.
How they send you the money is magical.
Oh,
Sometimes
God.
they don't send it to you.
Sometimes they send it to
Maybe
your
I'll do
friend
it.
in Arizona.
Yeah, maybe I'll do a video on the Amazon influencer store and how it doesn't make a lot of sense. And Amazon has very arbitrary rules. They actually interactively, like people actually validate your store on some parameters that are not defined. And so some people said I applied, I didn't get it. I'm like, yeah, I applied, I didn't get it. I applied again, I got it, and I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't get it the first time. I don't know why they gave it to me the second time. And then they deleted it, and then they gave it back to me. So
Yeah.
once again, I have no reasons for any of these things. I violated rules probably. I don't know. They don't tell you. Hell, they deleted my entire affiliate account for Amazon at one point in time. Then they mailed my check to a guy in Arizona. We're in Detroit. We still don't have an answer for that.
Because at one point we had gift sent something to somebody in
I
Arizona.
sent a network card to my friend in Arizona when he moved because he needed Wi-Fi. So I just sent him one. And then somehow the Amazon affiliates just decided that guy in Arizona that they set up as a gift recipient should get these checks.
Well, the best part is I don't even think the accounts are really linked. Like, those addresses should not be mixed.
No. That's the best part. They are two separate accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is not, it's a mess. But back to someone said about the Unify. The way the Unify trunking works, I've got a video on it. It's super easy. Unify, hands down, they've got that stuff figured out. So I've got a handful of videos on just Unifys and VLANs, and watch them. They'll show you like just how easy VLANs are, especially with the Unify setup. It's funny, everyone was calling it once, and now the
Yeah,
line
but
goes dead.
that was a mess, so people stopped.
People realize that we don't know what we're doing, so we're gonna work on different, better ways of doing
Somebody
this.
said try Google Hangouts.
Maybe
Maybe.
that might work. We can do Google Hangouts.
Got a sound output on a computer.
Well, Google Hangouts will work, and the other thing we might do, so over here is Open Broadcast Studio, and we can pull in other sources. Among the other sources we can pull in is Zoiper, which is an open source phone program, and we can load it on this computer, so when they call in, they would actually be directly lined into our stream, so you guys would have...
That way you're not hearing a really questionable conference call over the air
Yes.
into the microphone.
Just hold the phone up.
Yeah, so we will do some
You wanna sit
testing
there
with
like
that
this?
and make it work.
Just like that.
What's with the extension? Look, I'm sorry, but you're not a nerd if you don't know why that extension is that number. I'm just gonna throw that out there. If you don't know why that extension, matter of fact, just Google that number. That number isn't.
Punch it in your phone.
Put it in, if you have an Android phone, just type
Yes.
it in the dialer. You don't have to actually call it, just type it in the dialer.
If you type that number into the dialer, you're gonna get something cool. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Hey, here
we
go.
said something
We
about
said
it.
something.
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Is it on?
Nope, I can hear you now.
Okay. Let's make sure you didn't try turning it on and off again first.
Is this Microsoft Tech Support?
No,
Hello,
absolutely.
Sort
How's
of.
it going? Microsoft Tech Support. How can I be assisting you today?
We are the Microsoft help desk. We don't actually work for Microsoft, but we could skirt around that rule.
But if you have a credit card ready, we are ready to help you. So, did you have a question? Just call and say hi.
Yeah, well, both.
Awesome.
Hi, this is Marcus in the chat, but I have
Oh.
a question. So, is it easy to get the Ubiquiti and the Unify and Edge switches to talk to each other?
Yes, but so Unify has their fancy web interface, for the whole.
Controller software.
You can't
the controller
control them
software.
together.
Right. So, for example, if I say port 24 is my trunk port, and it's going to port 1 on an edge switch, that becomes a manual process. I have to go line up the edge OS trunking and VLANs. They don't just map over. They will mix together. They're using standard protocols, but it doesn't go smoothly because you're like, okay, I made a change to my VLAN settings. All my Unify switches got the IDs and tags all pushed to them. Now I have to manually enter that data back into the edge switch to match the same data. So you end up with double entry because you're matching a switch to another switch. So it does work, it does function. It's just kind of a pain. So in mixed environments, if that's what you have, because you already have an edge switch and you want to get a Unify, cool, it will function. But if you're doing a lot of changes, it becomes a pain. The good news is most of the time you're not changing VLANs every day. You set it up, structure it once, and deploy it, and away you go. Most of the time when we do an installation, if it's well planned out, there's very few changes over the years that occur to that installation.
Oh, okay. So there's no actual baseline between the two then, even though they're same brand.
These are two separate controller softwares.
They're actually
Yeah.
separate products by the same company.
They're separate product
They're
lines.
two separate product lines. They don't have the same controller. They don't run the same OS.
Yeah, it is really strange to me, and there's got to be some company history. I'd love to talk to an engineer just to say, how did you guys end up with two completely different product lines
You kind of fragmented
They
everything.
do the same thing.
that do the same thing in different ways? But I think it's one of those, they have a lot of people because their UNMS system manages all their edge equipment. And that's always been targeted at the ISP market. So that's where that line of equipment came from, is that whole ISP market. Then they have their Unify stuff that was targeted at this mid-level small business market area, and it's done really, really well, and has a really cool interface, really easy to manage, and it's targeted at MSPs like ourselves. So we would not we'd look at other products if we were trying to be an MSP for edge switches, because it's not as easy to manage versus the Unify, really easy to manage at scale with a lot of client deployment. So I think maybe that's why, because they wanted to target two different markets. It's just unusual for a company to do
Yeah.
that. And maybe it's because they bought some company out somewhere behind the scenes with the idea, and that's how that came about. So it's really cool that they do it, but it is weird.
Keep wanting to touch the screen.
So would it be easier as an MSP to move from edge switch customers over to the Unify?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
We
easier
have
to
a
manage.
handful of them. You set them up in your own hosted controller. You just have a drop down. Literally, we get a call like, oh, we had a call. Somebody changed a Unify camera from a G3 to a micro, so you have to change the PoE type on the switch. They just called. We logged in, hit a couple buttons for them, and he goes, "Oh, it's lit up now and working." I go, "There you go."
Oh, okay. All right, well, that's it. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
All right. Yeah, I've done a few of them of why. I think I have one. Why as an MSP we use Unify is one of the videos we have, and it covers that of how we use it, how we gives us visibility into our clients' networks, and it's been really, really helpful for that.
NSA level visibility.
We can NSA that stuff, man. We are watching. But it's actually kind of cool because you look and see what people plugged into what ports, and we can do that from a dashboard right inside of our own office. We can see port changes, we can see notifications, and they're like, hey, I plugged it in, plug it in here. We can change the PoE settings right here, push settings from our controller. Managing updates, we just push out the updates. It's just really smooth.
Talking about the affiliate doing a video on it.
Yeah, there's somebody with at least like some affiliate video.
Yeah, Daryl Eves does better videos than me on it. He focuses on all that. That's like his niche on YouTube, is teaching people how to do some of the affiliate stuff. So Daryl Eves is a guy I watch on some of that. I'm still figuring it out. How you get an affiliate account really is just apply for it and they give it to you. It's not a big deal other than it's mysterious of how you get it. I don't know what the qualifications are. They're not really listed on
Witchcraft.
Amazon.
Website local because it's really slow today.
I don't know why it's slow.
Yeah.
It's in Ann Arbor is where it's hosted. It's not inside of our building. It's housed at any proper data center. But that being said, A2 Hosting is our host, and we've had a couple slow issues with them.
We've had a couple just not their issues as well.
We had
Like the time it did DNS.
Yeah.
Yeah, their entire DNS infrastructure went down. All of them. 4 damn redundant servers went down. So that, yeah. We've run into some issues with A2. They seem to be working through them. I got angry on Twitter. I'm very public about it, so I'm not telling you guys anything. I didn't say to A2 first on their Twitter going, hey, you should tweet us why it's down because we can't call you. And only because there was a hashtag of A2 down that we knew it was down for sure because we certainly couldn't get through. So, might be why it's slow. Yeah, so yes. So yes, that is right answers. I'm just commenting on stuff like that. My wife doesn't know VLANs very well.
I know mortgages.
She knows mortgages really well. And if you need a mortgage,
Yeah.
you just gotta call my wife. You can talk to her. What's your extension? How do they get a hold of you? Can you
What?
throw that
Well,
in
if
here
they,
somewhere?
they
What?
can call. If they call right now.
My phone number, my direct line at work is 313-545-0002.
Wow, you got a snazzy number.
Yeah.
My wife has a direct dial number, 313-545-0002, and you can talk to my wife about a mortgage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you want to know any good secrets about Tom. He doesn't have any.
So if you need a mortgage or refi or anything like that from Rocket Mortgage, not a sponsor of this channel, but maybe I'll talk to her boss Dan and see what we can do. He sponsors everything else. Say, hey, sponsor my husband's channel. Give me some.
No, it came up for me.
What
our,
did?
our site came up for me. People
we
are
got-
saying it seems to be down.
Yeah, it came up. How can I help you? Did you try turning it off again?
Yes, I did. I'm just joking with you.
Oh, okay.
Help with the mortgage.
You need help with the mortgage?
No, I'm kidding. I meant to say earlier, I called about the GSS and I'm from New York, upstate, like Adirondack area, so.
Oh, awesome.
Nice to meet somebody.
Upstate New York's a beautiful place.
I want to know you've never
Yeah.
taken me.
Upstate.
You've never taken me anywhere.
Oh,
We're in New York.
she hasn't been to New York. My wife
Okay.
hasn't gone. She should go.
She's going to go.
But like by herself.
I think
I know.
it's worth my
It sound
time,
like-
but
That's what it sounded
I
like.
think I'm qualified.
He's like, you
Um,
should go.
Yeah.
How close are you to like the Finger Lakes area? Or are you further north? I'm not geographically
Um,
specifically good.
You know where Lake George is?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, it's like an hour south from the or an hour north, sorry, from the capital.
Okay.
North.
Okay.
I'm right on the edge of
Donald
the
has a good
Adirondack
idea.
one.
Oh,
Rocket
okay. So you're
Mortgage
way up
sponsor
there.
Tom.
Oh yeah.
Get
I'm
working
like
on
3
that.
hours from the Finger Lakes.
Okay.
That's a beautiful place to go. It's
Yes.
really nice.
I've been through the Finger Lakes, the locks, and all that there.
Yeah,
It's a cool
grater.
place.
Yeah. Well, I figured I'd just screw you guys. It was kind of fun.
Hey, we don't mind. That's pretty much what we do all day is screw around, fix some VPN, screw around some more.
I work. I actually.
My wife works.
I actually do work.
Yeah,
A lot.
She has to work. There's like all kinds of legal things she has to do.
Technically, you do work. You make videos, right?
I don't know if this is
We
work.
put that on the cusp of working. Like Tom's over there technically working, but it doesn't really seem like he's working because he's making a video.
Yeah, I don't even know if it feels like work anymore.
At Tom's wife.
Yep. Hey, thanks for calling.
Visit Europe. I'd love to visit Europe.
No, that's. Any thoughts on ways to improve credit score other than reduce debt and let time pass?
Yes. A great way to improve your credit is to get a secured credit card. That's where you find a company like Discover's great for that. You give them $300 and they give you a credit card for $300 back. And you use it, but you have to keep paying it back. And then after like 9 months to a year, they give you the $300 back. they refund you the money you put into it, and then you have a $300 credit card, and then they slowly give you more and more money over time. As long as you keep up the payments, you do not run a balance up on it, meaning pay it off every time you use it, then your credit score will jump really, really well and rather quickly. So, but just keep your debt to income low.
Yeah. So should we do a series of videos with my wife on how to do mortgages and credit?
We can. See, that's where he George's.
Like George's. Awesome.
Thought I'd Google that for you.
Thank you, Cass.
You're welcome.
Yes, we're learning things,
Yes.
and we're learning finances here.
Yes, I would love to go to Europe. I actually went when I was 2. My family lived in Germany for about a year when I was about 2, but I don't remember any of it.
Yeah.
I'd like to go back.
I've had a couple people message.
Yeah, Rocket Mortgage does sponsor me with a paycheck.
Yes. An interesting thing is, a few of you asked about my motorcycles and other hobbies and stuff like that. I don't know. I want to do some videos on a few things, reviews of the motorcycles that I have and stuff like that. Do I put them on this channel or I put them on my personal channel? I don't know. I don't like to be too far off topic, so we at least stay somewhat tech-centered
Make it
in
beyond
business.
the computer channel.
He's got a
Beyond
pretty
the-
new motorcycle, though. It's not as pretty as my motorcycle, but he's got a pretty motorcycle.
I haven't seen yours, but I like his. It's nice.
Oh, mine's pretty.
It's
Mine's
red.
a road bike. His is a sport bike. Mine's a road bike.
Red.
Mine's
Goes
black.
fast.
Yeah.
Mine goes fast, too.
But not like red fast.
Yeah.
Oh, does
Paint
red make it
go
faster?
fast. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Paint it red. Red go fast.
I know on my bike red. It looks nice. I'm getting a new seat for it, though. Maybe I'll get a red seat. How's that?
Get gator skin.
There's a Marvin.
They have it.
Nike.
They have alligator
They have
skin.
alligator
I
skin.
would get that.
There is a Marvin video coming. Someone asked in there. It's coming. We actually talked about it, and this will be published. You can watch this from the beginning and find out what happened to Marvin. Yorkshire Chamber of Commerce.
He didn't die.
He didn't die. Marvin's no longer with us, but he didn't die.
He moved on.
He moved on. Thank you. Move on. Get over it. How's that going?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for your
Oh,
loss. Move
Sorry
on.
for your loss. Move on.
I am sorry for your loss. Move on. Yes. You just go up to them and say, "I'm sorry for your loss," and move on.
The good news, it
I'm
had
sorry for your
stickers
loss
on
and
it.
move on.
Who gets the most tickets?
Who gets the most what?
Tickets.
For what?
I think they mean motorcycle
Speeding?
like speeding
Like I'm
tickets.
really good
Oh,
at
I
Chuck E.
haven't
Not
had
like
Cheese
any.
games.
IT tickets. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm really good at getting the ones at Dave & Buster's, but yeah, it only cost me $50 to win a cool
Cass
mug.
gets way more tickets.
$200
than me.
and I
I
get
do
a whistle.
not get way more tickets. You get out of more tickets than I do.
I get out of more tickets than Cass.
I get them. I get the impeding traffic instead of speeding.
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Yeah. My name's Steve. I've been watching the
My
live
name's
channel.
Steve too.
That
Oh
is
God, he's
awesome.
found a friend.
I made a friend. Anyway,
And I stumbled across your videos recently because I've been doing some research on PSense, trying to set it up at home.
mm-hmm.
I haven't bought anything as far as, like, I'm going to use some old computer parts, but my question is, if my goal is to get nearest to 100% of my original speed, what kind of spec should I be looking at? Should I be focused on cores or like the speed of the cores?
When I did the video recently, building PFSense from scratch, and you can even look at the Netgate devices that they sell, like the genuine ones. Even those Atoms they have, like a 2-core and 4-core Atom, can do gigabit routing with PFSense. It really does not take a ton of processor.
Sorry, through a VPN.
See,
there
that's-
you go.
Well.
yeah.
Okay.
You threw it out there. First, make sure you have a chip that supports AES-NI.
Yeah.
So make sure you have a chip that supports that. Once you do, your OpenVPN can route full gigabit on, I want to say even an i5. Once you have the newer chips that have AES in them, you get really impressive VPN speeds.
So that's, I think, everything from the second gen i-series on up.
Can you eat too many
Yeah,
of these?
OpenVPN, as long as the
No.
chip has that coprocessor in it
Like-
for the math, for the AES encryption,
Okay.
it works really well. It's fast.
AMD didn't have it till the second run of the FX processors.
Yeah, I think you got to get like a second gen
I
FX.
saw that they started doing it in like 2014
10, I want to say, and but they added it to all their processors. Where Intel's so strange. There's so many that have them and don't have the AES support. And
Yeah, I think everything after second gen and the I series have AES and I in Intel. And then I know AMD, it's after the second run of the FX, which Ryzen 3s are incredibly powerful for this.
oh wow.
You could pick
He
up
wants to use old hardware, though,
Yeah.
he said.
I would probably look for something with second. You could probably find like an old Dell laying around with a second gen i5.
Yeah, and you should be able to get pretty reasonable performance out of there. A lot of times your limitation, because you're still talking ones that are moderate performance, still get like 100 meg connection. So I guess it really depends on just how fast.
I ever get anything.
We
Well,
have
yeah.
we actually have somebody, Marco, in the chat who is using an i5, a 4th gen i5, an i5 4750 with Intel NICs. He says he's getting 200 megabits with OpenVPN.
Okay.
Yeah, that
So-
sounds about right.
Yep.
It doesn't take as much horsepower as people think. It's when you start adding all the other packages and stuff on top of pfSense that it starts really hammering away. But even, something in the
Well,
i5 line is more than powerful enough for 100 meg.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
I
So
appreciate it.
have fun building it.
Yeah, I will do. Thanks.
All right. Take care.
Oops, I forgot that spell.
So yeah, that's something. And whenever I've done a lot of my videos on different, building a pfSense or building a the XCP&G stuff, I purposely try to find really old hardware because I want people to have the least amount of barrier and show it will work with this older hardware. Obviously, there's going to be some limitations on it, but you'll scale upward once you kind of learn how to use it. Maybe you'll get a job doing it.
It's like the networking version of Can It Run Doom?
Can it run Doom?
Yeah.
Networking version. Can it run pfSense?
Well,
and how fast
yeah,
is my
because there was
VPN?
that Does It pfSense
Yeah.
forum. I
Does
like
it
that.
pfSense? Oh, and does it FreeNAS?
Yeah. Yeah.
What operating system are you running on your
Still
desktop?
Pop OS, isn't
You
it?
run
Pop.
Linux.
Yep, Linux Pop OS. I still run Linux Pop OS.
Isn't it just the customized Ubuntu from System 76?
Yep, customized Ubuntu from System 76. I am really happy with it. It has been really, really smooth. I like the little polished things they do. Like the UI finishing they do is really nice. I haven't had really a good reason to leave it. It's not as fancy as KDE, but boy, it doesn't crash as much either. Actually, I shared with my friends. We have a couple of meme things going. One of them is Linux memes, and Linux finally went full Windows. It does like the thing where Windows crashes and you can drag the window around, it does it.
Okay.
The new version of Plasma crashes the same way, and I'm like, they've gone too far. They've now adopted too many Windows features. Just
I like it.
yeah, it's bad. So I've not had any crashing issues at all since I switched to Pop. Matter of fact, it's been absolutely smooth on my laptop, smooth on my desktop without any hiccups or hangups. And it actually overall just works really well, which makes me happy. Why do I have so many emails coming at me? People are emailing me. They're supposed to be calling me. Oh, good, they're not anything.
It's just spam.
It's spam, and people leaving voicemails.
Yep.
But they're not voicemails that are important. Maybe they are. These ones I don't think
Maybe we should have not set voicemail on it after all.
Yeah.
are. Just keep calling. Well, I want to know what messages you're going to leave.
Yeah.
And we
Why
can.
not?
We'll start sending the rest of them to Lenny. I haven't set up Lenny yet, but
We should.
we need Lenny.
There's Lenny.
So,
Lenny.
PF blocker or Suricata?
They're two separate things. One's DNS sinkholing, and the other one is active intrusion detection system. So yes, both.
Yes.
We run both, by the way. So absolutely for that. Have we run out of words or steam?
You
and
never
excitement?
run out of.
I have
No
plenty of
worries.
words, but nobody ever lets me talk because I'm an embarrassment.
Steve can properly embarrass us. Just gotta give him enough room to do so.
If you give me enough rope, I'll hang myself with it.
Steve, forward that extension to Tom's phone. Oh, he probably will. I'm sure this would happen.
That's too much work.
No, what Tom needs to do.
My
is
desire to be malicious is
So-
overshadowed by
Tom
my
needs to
desire
take
to be
his
lazy.
wife out to dinner. Somebody needs to suggest that.
We actually have used Hikvisions, and for the most part, we liked them, right?
Yeah, Hikvision cameras.
They're inexpensive. They work really well. They integrate with a.
Now, was Dahua one of the ones that just had the?
Yes. So
that specifically don't use those, right?
yeah, just When the government says I can't do it, I must need 2 of them. They done banned them things. I need one. I need a fully double magazine Dahua camera.
Yeah.
Are you guys hiring?
We just did.
We just did.
I love it.
No, see, I told him the people should demand you take your wife to dinner. So people are demanding you take me to dinner. You need to listen.
We don't negotiate.
Well, here's
Doesn't
how
listen to
it
me.
starts. So Eric was an intern for a long time, and then he interned his way into a job offer. So maybe we'll have to have another intern in process again. It's like a pledge. Isn't that how they call it in the college stuff? I don't know. I didn't go to college. You kind of got to go through the
Yep,
reps.
see, you need to keep your wife happy.
That's what
These
people
people are
say.
smart.
These people are smart.
They're very intelligent.
I know they're smart. That's why they're watching our live show.
Oh my god.
That's questionable.
That was
That's
questionable.
questionable. All right.
No, they're smart.
Watching me babble around incoherently and answer there. So yeah, I do know those. I know why you're asking about those cameras. Willie Howe just released a video about the government specifically saying you shouldn't be using them. I mean,
Well, I mean, what does the government know?
what does the government really know about what I should or shouldn't do? Are they really? Are they trying? Is this nanny nation here?
Oh yeah, I like this one.
pay.
This
She
person
can pay.
Says don't forget you have to pay the bill.
I have to pay the bill.
Yeah, you do.
Actually, I don't pay any bills. The company does. I'm kind of poor.
You're cheap. There's a difference.
Oh, yeah, that too. She works for Rocket Mortgage. They make a lot of money. Guess who's buying me dinner?
Then there's the story of my life.
2018, gotta get some of that equality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Equal
I
opportunity.
feel my IQ dropping now.
Uh,
That happens if you spend too much time around these guys.
yeah. End of day comes, IQ start dropping.
That one.
Oh, there's a wire in this. This is a shielded one, isn't it? We've been peeling it apart.
Yeah, I think that's where that piece of shielding
They
is.
said the government knows you have to take your wife out to dinner.
The government knows they have to take wife out to dinner. The last thing I'm going to rant about is, how do they say the damn name? Is it Microtik? Mirotik? It's a router company. Now, no one updates the damn thing. We already know this. This is kind of
I
fact.
heard about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they found over 20,000 of these Microtik routers infected.
To be fair, they released an update a year ago that fixed the vulnerability.
Yes. And they released it within 24 hours of the vulnerability. The problem is, and someone said, well, it's not their fault. And I agree. It is illegal to go around checking for vulnerabilities and things like that in hacking routers. But where it's not their fault is, I'm fuzzy on that. If a company does something and makes a poor security decision that leads to it, granted, we're happy you fixed it, but it brings into question the quality of the product.
Why did you do it in the first place?
Why did you overlook this? How did it get overlooked? Security is really hard. Hey, awesome. Hey, thanks, Uncle Skeet. Shout out to Uncle Skeet.
You can now get 2 things off the dollar menu.
No, only 99.
Yeah.
It's $1.99. We're buying 2 Taco Bell bean
You know,
burritos.
there is a penny in the other room. I will give you a penny.
Yep.
I'm good.
You can still cover tax.
Well, yeah, food tax here in Michigan. Anyways, taxes. So the question comes into any of these companies, and Cisco has done a good job recently of auditing their own code and closing back doors, but it comes to ask, is like, why was there so many backdoors and stuff? Why were people hard coding passwords? Now, Cisco's a little an exception, and I'd have to trace the history of each product that they've done a disclosure on, because Cisco went around buying other companies. And that may be where part of the problem came from. So it's not even their code. They're like, yeah, we're auditing a code of the company we bought. And
Years later.
Yeah.
Years later. So
Not when they bought it.
And I get it. Security's really hard.
Yeah.
And whatnot. But it's just like I complained about Kaseya, about their repeated security problems. Ninja RMM, I did a video about them. They didn't turn on 2-factor. Yeah, they admitted we fixed the 2-factor because we realized it's a good idea because we got hacked. Like, you got hacked. You didn't turn it on. You literally sell a security product. Check 1 for security. multi-factor authentication. That's what you do. That's why I'm ranting about it. I'm like, it's literally in your name. You help companies secure. But we chose to ignore it ourselves is what you're trying to tell me. You didn't have it on as a policy. And that's just one of those BS things. I'm like, you can't just say, well, yeah, someone shouldn't have hacked them. Well, I agree all day long. I still lock the door. I think someone should not come into my office and break in. I still lock the door. I mean, come on, guys. If you call yourself a security company and you have glaringly, blatantly obvious bad practices on security.
Does it matter if SonicWall had any issues with hacks?
No, because they're still Sonic Wall.
That's what I was getting at.
No one knows how the damn system works, and it doesn't work right, and it takes 3 SonicWall engineers.
You can't hack it if it doesn't make any sense.
You can't
hack it if you don't have the node licenses to get online.
That's right. That's right. You're missing your node license, and you can't get online with it. Auto update firmware is a wonderful idea. It's coming. That's what some of the routers from like Google have is auto updating firmware. Matter of fact, as sad as this is, if you just go with the router provided by Comcast or your internet provider, there frequently are auto updating. And your commercial ones aren't. So think about that for a minute. You literally create the security hole by using a third-party router.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna start seeing some changes in the market like this.
Because you can't pass. We learned because of that you can't pass what's it called, PCI compliance.
Oh yeah.
Because Comcast has ports open to do the updates.
Yeah.
And it's a pain in the ass to get them to turn it off.
Yeah,
it is. It is.
If you leave the door open, no one will ever break in.
Yeah.
That's fair.
True.
So, yeah, the world of security is a bigger and bigger mess. It's because technology's new, and it's about sales and marketing first with a lot of these companies, and then they get around to that security thing because they're like, oh, yeah, that's
How much will we lose if we lose all these credit cards?
Yeah. No, there is literally no insight from the Duo guy. I wish him the best, but
They're keeping it hush-hush.
Yeah. They're keeping it hush-hush. They won't even discuss whether or not the company's moving. He won't directly answer that. So I don't know, and I think it's because he may not know either. Here's how a lot of these go. Cisco undoubtedly promised, we won't change the product. We just want to give it to you. We're just going to buy you out and not change the product. And how many times have we heard that story? Pretty much every major buyout, because the first thing they do is go put their fingers in and change the product. So
Dirty when you say it that
I
way.
know.
Thank you, Michael.
Hey, thank you, Michael. But there may be promises given to him, and this is what's even going on. There was Mark Zuckerberg bought WhatsApp, and the WhatsApp developers have butted heads with Facebook because they said they weren't going to change WhatsApp. Well, they changed it, and when they started doing the things that were against what they said they wouldn't do, the way they would market it, what are you going to do? They own you now. And the same thing. So he may not know. He may have some type of agreement. It depends on whether or not he wants to spend his money on lawyers fighting it if they go against the agreement. I don't know any of the inside information. I'm just throwing scenarios out there. So
We'll cover
Make
part
it
of
out
dinner.
there.
it's one of those things. I don't know. I hope Duo keeps their free option. I love the product. Cisco may keep it that way because they may realize it's a good lead-in, and we have paying customers on it as well. But then again, they may remove the free and raise the prices. But that'll just open up opportunity for another company. The reality is, what Duo did is really cool, and they're first to market with this cool product. But there's competitors that are doing the same thing. So there's going to be more companies opening up because Cisco's they're banking on the fact that Cisco will mess with it. They're like, all right, time to ramp up sales. Cisco bought it. Everyone hates Cisco for their shenanigans. And I did a video about that, their shenanigans of cutting out resellers and things like that. So, yeah. So there's opportunity in the market when these companies get bought because you wait for them to make a mistake. Okay, I think that's it for Vlog Thursday. I got to go email customers in a
Take
VPN.
his wife out to eat.
Take the wife out to eat.
Yeah, take the wife out to
I gotta go play video games. We're
Then
talking
you
about
can.
video games.
We got to go talk about video games.
And then you can do whatever you want with your
With what?
What?
replying.
Oh yeah, with replying and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
What's the weather like? Is it raining out?
Yeah, it's supposed to
It's
storm.
weathery.
It's weathery.
Storming.
Yeah.
Storms
With a
today.
chance of weather.
50% chance of weather today. This is awful.
Got him to say it.
I know. I don't want weather today. Oh.
All right.
All right.
Oh, right at the end, somebody got it. Well,
So
other
I
people
did.
got it, but
What?
What's that?
the extension.
Yes. What kind of nerds are you if you don't know that extension? Steve has it memorized.
I do.
Hey, thank you. Previous IPS, I currently run a Unify USG Pro with IPS, limited to 280 1 gig internet. How powerful PFSense box do you need to build to get 500? That's probably a better question asked in the PFSense forums. They have a whole hardware scaling forum. Or take a look at the specs on the Netgate devices and build accordingly. The Netgate devices that offer IDS with high speed are generally your Xeon ones. They're the lower powered Xeons, but it's something to think about. No. They have Xeon.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're higher end ones because he's looking at running like Suricata with high volumes of traffic.
Okay.
That is a processor intensive because you're doing signature checking against all the data coming through. So that being very CPU intensive, you need a processor that can handle all of that. So yeah, you're going to want to look at those. But the good news is you can even find used Xeons if you're trying to do it for a home build. If not, under $1,000 you can buy the Netgate genuine devices, and they're I can't remember if it's a 7100. I don't have their model numbers all memorized on the high end ones, but they sell some of the higher end models that will do that. They come equipped with Xeon, and if you just want to build it yourself, no problem. You can look at the specs on there and build something with the same or similar specs yourself. What else we got? IT something. Munchy. Woohoo! Yes, thank you. Wife's sending it. We're gonna click end. I'm worn out.
Okay.
The phone's done ringing.
Okay.
The phone can keep ringing later. Steve's gonna stop the stream.
Bye, guys.
Thanks.
Go back to work.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Did Corey leave?
No.
No.
Okay.
All right. Do I?